friends. Welcome to Meadowsweet Farm. I hope you're all doing well. Today is January the 28th, I think, 2026. So we're into a new year, and it's been a while since I've podcasted. I think the last time, it's actually been 2 months exactly to the day that I podcasted last. It was November 29th, and I shared with you how to pick a fleece. So we're going to continue this series from farm to fabric, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, what I'm going to share with you today. So, but I didn't post anything in December because there were so many posts for Vlogmas that I just thought, I figured I would just wait and post in January. And then January, in the beginning, I was getting ready to go back to campus, and so I had all kinds of prep getting ready for that. And I also, and I'll share some clips, I went to visit my daughter Jacqueline. She lives in Connecticut. So at the end of this video, I'll share my trip. I flew up and back, just stayed for a couple days, but we really, really had a beautiful time together. So I'll share a little bit of that. And then I kept meaning to post, but this past weekend, we had a horrendous snowstorm, and they said it was the largest amount of snow that came down in less than 24 hours. Let me think, since 2010. So today is, the snow started Saturday night late, and Sunday was probably the worst. It went from 6 o'clock in the morning all the way till probably 7 at night. And it was just, they said, about 2 inches, 1 inch to 2 inches every hour. Luckily for me, it was not a heavy snow, so it wasn't pulling on the power lines and on tree limbs or anything like that. So I didn't lose power, but I was ready. I had buckets of water, I had my bathtubs filled, all the farm stuff that you do in case of losing power. I got about 14 inches. The horses and the chickens have heated water. They've got lots of hay and grain, and they're set, and I've been back and forth up to the barn. So they've been fine, and my only problem was I couldn't move my car to get down my driveway. So I can't see the road from my driveway, so I have to text my neighbors and say, what do the roads look like? Is everything okay? So I did call a company that was going to come and plow my driveway, and they tried to come up it. It's a 1/4 mile long driveway. And they tried to come up it, and they got stuck at the bottom. So that was yesterday. So this morning I texted a neighbor, and he said, I'll be right there. And within a half hour, my driveway's plowed. So I am debating about whether or not to venture. Our temperatures now, there's no more snow, but we're like minus. It's like they're saying it's like 1 degree, but minus wind chill makes it like minus 10 or 12. So I have the best jacket. It's an LL Bean jacket, and I'll put a picture in here and show you what it looks like, but it is unbelievably warm. And yesterday I was out and up at the barn, and I actually had to open it up because it was warm. So my hands were nice and warm. I had some hand knit mittens on, and I had some boots on that normally I wear rubber boots, but I thought I might as well wear these ones because they're higher to go into the snowdrifts. And I thought, well, I'll wear these, they'll keep me warm and keep my legs warm. I won't get so damp. And they were awful. I could hardly make it up to the barn. I fell when I was up there. And I was like really, I fell going up the hill too, twice or three times. It was kind of weird. So needless to say, I'm not wearing those anymore. I have another pair that I'm gonna wear when I go out today. So, like I said, I've just been hunkering down. I have lots of schoolwork to do, lots of catching up, and I've been working on finishing up some projects, and I will share with you some of the things that I finished, which it isn't much because over Christmas, with shopping and schoolwork and everything, it's just so hard for me. I do knit every day, but sometimes it's just a very brief period of time. But I'll share with you some of the things. This is 100 Acre Woods shawl by Helen Stewart, and I can't remember the company where I got this yarn. It was a place in North Carolina. I do have another ball of this, and I absolutely love the colors. And I love this design. I really do. So this is really pretty. I don't know if you can see. It's really nice. So that's what I've been up to, and that's why I haven't been on. Looks like I lost a few subscribers, so if those of you who are watching, if you want to check and see if you've been, sometimes I think they do that, unsubscribe. But what we're going to do today to keep on with the farm to fiber, I'm going to share some objects and some things that I'm working on and finishing up. And what we're going to do today is we're going to wash a fleece. So I got this. It's not a full fleece. It's just, I think it's maybe a pound, maybe a half a pound. I'll have to look. But we're going to wash that, and we'll see. I'll show you my technique for washing raw fleece. So let's get to it. Alrighty, I hope everybody's staying nice and warm. I am warm right now. All right, let's get to it. I bought this fleece at the Fayette County Sheep and Wool Festival this past May. So that would have been May of 2025, and this is a fleece that probably was shorn in September of 2022, and it's a Leicester long wool, and it's a historic English breed known for its heavy lustrous locks and curly fleece, prized by hand spinners for its shine and softness. And it was developed by Robert Bakewell, in the 1700s. So it was a foundation for many other breeds, though it faced decline, but is now a conservation priority. So they're large, docile sheep that thrive on pasture and are acceptable to various conditions. So as you can see, I filled up my washing machine, and all I'm going to do is add the fleece in there. The water is hot, and I'm just going to add the fleece and let it sit for probably about, I think I let it sit in there maybe a half hour, 45 minutes, and then I turned the washing machine off, and then I spun the water out, and I did it again. I pushed all the fiber to one side, filled up the tub again, and then I was adding Tide washing detergent, and that way it kind of got rid of a lot of the dirt. And this is after I spun the water, this is the first rinse. So you can see there's a considerable difference between when I put it in there, the color, it's getting really, really clean. So you can see already the water is pretty clear. And then I spun it back out and I took it out of the washing machine. I cycled my washing machine a couple times just to make sure I got all the fuzzies and dirt out. But I just put it on a mat to dry, and it's ready to be carded. So I'm in the same spot, but it's the next day. And I wanted to show you, I planted some daffodils. I've got a couple pots of these, so I'm hoping that it'll bring spring and melt some of this snow. So, okay, I want to show you a couple acquisitions that I got, and I'm really excited. I am a patron for Cocktail Hour at the Coop, and they do such a lovely job. I really enjoy, I don't get to go to all the meetings that they have on Zoom, their Zoom meetings, but I try to attend as much as I can. And you guys are a little crooked. I mean, not you, me. So anyway, they decided to have like a little grab bag kind of thing, and we were given, we had to fill out a form that said, you know, what our likes were, fiber and, you know, hobbies and all that kind of stuff. And then they randomly selected somebody that you will swap with. So you get the list from the other person, and then you go and buy all kinds of really pretty nice little gifts that will just kind of brighten somebody's day, and they have to be submitted by February 15th. So I have my swap person and I'm collecting all kinds of really fun things for that person. So you don't know who has your name, and then, you know, of course you have the name of the person that you're going to send to. So it's really kind of fun. So I got my gift, and they do send out the email, an email notification to say, you know, it's on its way, whatever. And because I have so much snow in the post office, the UPS guy couldn't get up my driveway. He put it at the bottom of the lane, and it was a little, I think, nerve-wracking for the person that sent this wonderful gift. Like, did it go to the right house? Is she gonna know that it's there? So she sent me an email, and I made sure the day she said it was down there that luckily that was the day I got plowed out. So I was able to drive down and pick up the package. So let me show you. It was wrapped up in this beautiful blue tissue paper, which is really nice. I opened it. I couldn't stand it. Sorry for the rattling. But she sent me this gorgeous yarn, and this is Torig sock yarn, and it's called Apples of Immortality. That's kind of cool. So it's 75% merino and 25% nylon. So this is gorgeous. I've never heard of Viking Fiber Company. So, and I love the name, Apples of Immortality. That's great. So you can see. And there's their pretty cool logo. And the Viking hat with the chain, the mall chain. Looks like knitting stitches. So yeah, it's really pretty. Very nice. So, and then I've been dying all day to try this. This is chocolate. So this is from Chocolate RX. It's called the Chocolate Therapist, exclusively from the Chocolate Therapist, the Private Stash 5 Extraordinary Chocolates. So as soon as I am done, I'm gonna dig into this. So I think it's like 4:30, 5 o'clock. I've got to get up to the barn. Then she sent me these little stitch holders. Aren't they cute? I love those. The Scottish Highlander cattle. And a really sweet little note that she sent me. These I absolutely love. So she sent me, this is a pattern from Miss Babs. Okay, so that'll be fun to knit. I have the yarn ready to go for this. Okay, I think it's called Skyscraper Windows Hat. And this is Miss Babs' pattern. And let's see. This is US 5. And it doesn't say what size, Pullworth. That looks like fun. So yeah, I'll be working on that. And she sent me some patterns, which I love. So these are some sewing patterns to make a little pocket organizer, which is fun. And this is by Lazy Girl Designs. This is the Wonder Wallet, which is another cool. I've got tons of fabric to make these. And this I love, the crisscross apron. I am definitely gonna make that. I can always use a penny. So, very nice. But yet there's more. So she sent me all kinds of tea. So English breakfast, which I think I'm gonna have in just a little bit. There's some chai tea in there, vanilla chai tea, chamomile, and what is this one? Black tea. Ooh, black tea is my favorite. So thank you again. This is great. And then there are 2 books. This is the new series. It's a quilting mystery, and it's Mary Mark's Forget Me Not. These are just some great fun books. Not in my backyard. So yeah, I'm excited to read these. These will be fun. And another book. This is The First Ladies. So this is a novel about the extraordinary partnership between First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt and civil rights activist Mary Lloyd Bethune, an unlikely friendship that changed the world. So I'm This is a historical novel, so I'm really looking forward to reading through that. Okay, so those are my little goodies. So I'm really happy to have participated in that, and I'm excited to send my gifts to my swap partner. So we've got that. And then another, as far as acquisitions go, I ordered 2 books. And I wanted to share them with you. I just got these today, and the Amazon guy came up my driveway. Even though it's plowed, it's still a little tricky. So I went out to shovel some more snow. I am so, there's just snow, piles of snow everywhere. But anyway, I have a blending board and I have an electric carding machine. I have the big one. I got it a couple years ago. I splurged. So I really want to try doing some blending. I've tried a little bit on the blending board, and I did have a small drum carder, but it was really narrow, and I wanted to make the real big bats and really kind of experiment with a lot of different fibers. So this book, I haven't seen it. It's called The Spinner's Blending Board Bible. So I'm really excited to kind of go through this. And let's see, I was gonna look and see when was this published? Because I hadn't heard. Okay, copyright 2025. So I will go through this. It looks like they show you all the different tools that you need to use the blending board and all the different techniques to get some really unusual yarns, hand-spun yarns, by blending different fabrics. So yeah, this is by Deborah Held. Okay, and then the other book I was watching, Allison Rendell has, every once in a while she pops up on YouTube, and she did a YouTube video, and then she mentioned her book. And I love her designs. I absolutely love her color work. And she does the Shetland, look at this. Oh my gosh, is that gorgeous? So this book, again, I haven't even opened it. This is the first. You're seeing this right with me. Yeah, she's got some beautiful patterns. Looks like some slippers and mittens and headbands, all kinds of really beautiful things. So she does the Shetland Wool Week. She's participates in that. And if you haven't seen her videos or check out her patterns on Ravelry, she does some beautiful work, and check her out on the YouTube. I don't know if she has an Instagram account or not. I would think she did. But yeah, she is in the Shetland Islands, and like I said, she does all kinds of classes for the Shetland Wool Week, which, oh, I would love to go. I'm really kind of thinking I might start saving to go for 2026. I was gonna go this past year, but I didn't. It's right whenever we start back to school, and it's really hard for me to get away, but I think I might do it this year. So I'll keep you posted on this book. Once I go through it with my next podcast, I'll do a little review of both the books so you can see what they look like. But yeah, these are my acquisitions. So, all right, guys, I have to go up to the barn. I've got to bundle up and make sure the horses have water. They've got tons of hay. Give them some grain, and check on the chicks. They have the same. Everybody's well taken care of and nice and warm. But I just want to go up and make sure everybody's okay and tuck them in. Like I said, I don't know what time it is, probably 5-ish, I think. It's starting to get dark, but it is getting lighter and lighter every single day. So, at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you my trip, just a couple little clips from my trip to Connecticut, to Stamford to visit Jacqueline. So if you're interested, hang in for that. And otherwise, I will see you as soon as I can podcast again. So bye for now, friends. Take care and stay warm and stay safe. Bye for now.